Kennedy Agyapong, the most boastful, arrogant and abusive politician in Ghana, finally defeated by Anas Arameo Anas in a U.S. court. For years, Kennedy Agyapong, the loud-mouthed member of parliament for Asin Central, has portrayed himself as untouchable. He brags about his wealth, hurls insults at his opponents, and carries himself as though he is above the law. He has used his influence in Ghanaian politics to intimidate, silence, and manipulate systems to his advantage. But even the so-called wealthy and untouchable have their limits. After years of attacking investigative journalist Anas Arameo Anas, Kennedy Agyapong finally lost a defamation lawsuit against him in the United States. The U.S. court ordered Agyapong to pay a staggering $18 million in damages for the lies and defamatory statements he made against Anas. This is a significant victory for truth and justice, and a stark reminder that even the most powerful and corrupt individuals can be held accountable when they step into a legal system that is fair and uncompromised. Had this case been left in the hands of Ghana's judicial system, we all know how it would have ended. Ghana's courts have a long history of favoring the rich and politically connected. In fact, when Anas first brought his defamation case against Agyapong in Ghana, the courts shockingly ruled in favor of Agyapong, dismissing Anas's claims and awarding costs against him. This ruling was not surprising to many Ghanaians who have witnessed time and again how corrupt and lawless the country's judiciary has become. In Ghana, money speaks louder than justice. If you are wealthy and politically connected, you can manipulate the system in your favor. You can bribe your way to victory and walk free, no matter the gravity of your crimes. Kennedy Agyapong has always boasted about his wealth and his ability to buy his way through the system. He carries himself with an air of arrogance, behaving as if no law applies to him. And, as expected, he used his influence to sway the courts in Ghana, ensuring that Anas lost the case. But the U.S. courts are not like Ghana's courts. They cannot be bribed. They do not favor the rich and powerful. The moment Agyapong stepped into a system that values justice over money, he lost, and he lost big. One of the darkest moments in Ghana's fight against corruption was the murder of investigative journalist Ahmed Hussein Swaleh. Ahmed was a key partner of Anas in his Tiger Eye PI investigations, exposing high-level corruption in Ghana. Before his tragic death, Kennedy Agyapong went on his TV station Net 2 and recklessly displayed Ahmed's face and identity to the public. In a country where investigative journalists work in secrecy to protect their lives, this was nothing short of an open invitation for harm. Agyapong went as far as calling on people to deal with him wherever they found him. Not long after, Ahmed Swaleh was shot dead by unknown assailants in Accra. Many Ghanaians immediately pointed fingers at Agyapong, suspecting his direct involvement, or at the very least, his encouragement of violence against the journalist. Yet, despite this, the Ghanaian authorities did nothing. Instead of launching a serious investigation to hold Agyapong accountable, the government protected him. The police failed to make any serious arrests, and the case was eventually swept under the carpet. In a country where justice exists only for the rich and powerful, Ahmed's killers continue to walk free, and Agyapong continues his arrogant display of impunity. When the new Patriotic Party, NPP, came to power, they promised to fight corruption with full force. They even praised Anas for his relentless investigations, using his work as evidence that Ghana needed serious reforms. But as soon as Anas exposed corruption within their own government, the NPP quickly turned against him. Instead of supporting his work, they launched a campaign to discredit him. Kennedy Agyapong became their attack dog, using his platform to insult, defame and destroy Anas's credibility. The very government that once promised to adopt